brought to you by After School All-Stars Hawaii. My name is Majelyn Simone, and I am a program leader at Kalakaua All-Stars.
In this episode, we will be making origami lucky stars. These stars are supposed to give you what its name intends. Good luck!
Here's what you'll need for today's project. Paper, scissors, a ruler, and a pen or pencil. First thing we're going to do is cut our paper. The stars are made from thin strips like this. We're going to transform this big piece of paper to a thin strip. We're gonna make our strips 11 inches long and half an inch wide. So take a ruler. You're going to measure the longest side. And you're going to mark at 11 inches. Do the same thing on the top because you're going to connect those marks. Connect those marks. To make a line. Then we're going on this side and measure half an inch, which is right there. Take your paper, make sure if you have a ruler like this, don't go all the way at the end. Go where it starts, please. And mark half an inch. If you want to make more than one strip, then you can mark another inch, half inch, and you can keep going for how much you want. If you just want to do the whole paper, go ahead. Remember to do the other side too so you can connect the marks. Now that you have your marked paper, I made 6, you can now cut them. Please be careful with the scissors. Do not hurt yourself, please. And you just keep cutting until you're done with cutting all your strips. Now that you have your strip of paper, we can begin. So if you have a one-sided like color, then make sure it's facing you, not downward, so you can see the pretty colors. Okay, so you're going to take your right end and you're going to pull it down and under like this. See, like it's a twist. And then you're going to pull it over. And then And there should be a loop on this side, and it should look like the awareness ribbons you see of, you know, like for cancer awareness. Okay, and you're gonna pull this and go under. So it should look like this to you. And you're gonna start to tighten this up. So pull at this edge and this edge. Make sure that this stays shorter than this end, okay? Your right end has to be shorter than your left end. Keep pulling it, pulling it. Then you can flatten it if you feel like it's tight enough. If not, keep going until it's tight enough to you. If you need more time, you can pause the video here. So for our next step, we're going to put this right flap and have it go behind. And then you're left with this long end. So for this long end, you're going to start by putting at the back as well. So your lower edge matches the lower edge of the pentagon. So you should have a pentagon and then this long end. Now you're going to pull it over. The top end should go to the right top end. Turn it over. This top end goes to, or this lower end is going to go to this end now. And you're gonna go until you reach the end of your paper, like you have a little bit of leftover. So, a little background on this. There was a girl named Hoshi, a little girl named Hoshi, an ancient Japanese legend, who created this. She used to watch stars and she was fascinated by stars in the sky. One night she saw that the stars were falling. So she brought out paper and a jar and she started to make a star, an origami star like this. For each star that fell. For that night, it wasn't enough, but the next night, she asked all her friends to join her and make stars for them, for each star they saw. And that night after, there was a miracle. So they saw that there were more stars in the sky than before. So that night they celebrated, and Hoshi said, "These stars are lucky because of us. From now on, these paper stars will be called lucky stars." Then she looked up in the sky and said, "Every time a lucky star is made, a fallen star is saved." So right now you're saving a falling star. Okay, so now we've come to the end. If you have any paper that's left over, maybe smaller than this, then you can just tuck it into a pocket. Pocket over here. You see that? If you have something like me, we're going to cut it off or tear it off. So be careful with your scissors. If you have scissors, you can cut it off. Put it over. So it should be short like this. we're gonna put it in the pocket. Okay. Our next step is to make the edges. So you're gonna take your thumb and your pointer finger, and you're gonna use it at each edge at a point and squeeze. Ta-da! Now you have your origami star. Now that we've finished making our lucky stars, it's time to reflect. What was the hardest part of making the lucky stars for you? And do you guys remember what the name of the girl who created our lucky stars? Thanks for watching and being a part of our After School All-Stars Hawaii Ohana. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Please also follow at All-Stars Hawaii on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok to connect with us. Also, leave a comment about what you want to see next or what you liked on this video today. Bye! See y'all later.